Hi everyone, I hope you're well. So up till this point we've mostly moved through a maze using instructions, and we're going to start with the fifth skill. So moving a sprite forward. You've been writing instructions to move around in a maze. You can now write a computer program to do that using Scratch. Scratch is a program that lets you control objects or characters, and these objects or characters are called sprites. You can make sprites by you move by using a program code. These are blocks that you drag into place. When you open Scratch, it should look like this. This is where the program runs. It is called the stage. The green flag starts the program, and the red circle stops the program. So over there you'll see a green flag and a red circle. This is where the blocks are. Yours might look a bit different because we have a newer version. And this is where you drag the blocks to. It's called the code page. This is to show where the sprites are, so the sprites that you can use. And we're going to do this activity together. But before we do that, I just want to make sure we know what the keywords are. Scratch, this is the program that we're going to use. There's the official definition of what Scratch is. And then a sprite is an object or a character in your Scratch program that you can control and add code to. For example, we will start with the default one, which is this little cat, which is their little mascot for the program. And we can start with this. So you're going to make the cat sprite move forward when the green flag is clicked. So click on your cat sprite. So before we do anything, we need to open Scratch. So you can just type in Scratch in there and just make sure that you open the program. If you have not downloaded this yet, you can do that on Google Classroom. You'll see there's a Scratch link there. And this is this. So we have the go button, the stop, our stage, the code blocks, and then this is where we're going to drag in our code. So we're going to tell this cat to do something. So I'm just going to delete this. Oops. And now we can start. So they say click on your cat sprite. So there is our cat sprite, so this one over here. And we're going to say choose the events menu. So in here you'll see the different menus, and we're going to look for events. So right over there, the yellow one, you'll see events. You'll get more comfortable with this the more you use it. And they say drag the block when clicked to the code page. So you'll see this one. You click on it, you'll see that little hand tells you that it's been clicked. And I'm just going to zoom in a bit so that we can see everything clearly. So we have this one when clicked. So something is going to happen when we click on this button over here. So then, okay, they just show you where you can do that. And then they say choose the motion menu. So now we need to choose motion. So if you go in the menus over here, you'll see the very first one is motion. So we click on motion. And they say drag move 10 steps to the code page. So we're going to look for move 10 steps. So here, so I can drag it in here, but we know that we want it to be part of this one. So you just click it underneath that one. Put it under the green flag block, it will lock into place. So you'll see there that it wants to lock. Even if I leave it there, you'll see that it has this shadow that puts it there. If I leave it over here, it's just going to lock itself into that. It's going to snap into position. So it should look like this now. And then if your sprite starts to move off the stage, you can move it back by clicking on it and dragging it where you want it to be. Okay. Then they say click the green flag and watch what happens. Okay, so my sprite has been rotated a bit, but yours should be fine. Every time you click it, it's going to move 10 steps. And you can keep on clicking this until it goes off of the stage. So it's really cool. So every time you click on that, that's gonna happen. Then, so that was for activity 5.1, and all you need to do now to show that you have done this is you're just gonna have your sprite, which is gonna be there, and you just take a screenshot on your keyboard, open your word processing software, and just press paste. Or you can see there, you can keep control in and press V on your keyboard. So I'm just going to first say activity 5.1, underline it, and then I'm just going to paste my screenshot there just to show that I have done this. And then we can go to activity 5.2. Now they say change the number of steps. What happens if you put in 20? So instead of 10, I'm going to say 20. I'm just going to put it back here. And now you can see that I have to click it less for it to go off of the screen. So that's what happened there. And then 50. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of me putting in 20. I'm just going to go here. And then I'm also just going to say activity 5.2. And then I'm just going to paste in my 20. And then we should put in 50 as the next one. Click. So now you can see I have to click even less. So it's just going to move more steps forward. So I print screen. If you can, just make sure that you zoom in enough so that I can see the number that you've typed in there. And the last one was 100 steps. Yes, so I'm just going to put that as 100. And then we just see what happens. Okay, now I have to click even less. So just going to take a screenshot of that just to show that I have tried this. Okay, so this is everything under activity 5.2. And that's all that we had to do for this one. So you can actually play around with this. You can, if you want to. We don't have to do this yet. But if you say minus 100, if a positive 100 went to the right, where do you think it would go if we make it a minus? Yes, it's going to go to the left. So you can actually decide what direction it should go just by saying minus and plus. And yeah, you don't have to show that. That was just for you. You can play with that. If you want to, you can still go play with these. But for now, this is all we had to do under skill 5. Awesome. Enjoy the rest of your day.